Over its 90-year history, the Rolex Fastnet Race has built a legendary reputation as one of the world's most challenging offshore yacht races. And the 2015 anniversary edition of the race lived up to that billing. But perhaps not in a way the crews of the 356-strong record fleet were expecting. In a race famed for its treacherous conditions, the first challenge the crews faced was crossing the start line in Cowes on the Isle of Wight with barely a knot of breeze for company. Fortunately, by the time the gun went for the 7th and final start, the wind had lifted and the big monohull yachts were able to power up, tacking spectacularly through the smaller boats as the fleet headed westwards up the Solent and out along England's iconic south coast. Ahead, the 603-mile course that would take them out across the Celtic Sea to the Fastnet Rock, before turning and heading back to the finish line in Plymouth. The frustratingly light wind conditions meant that progress was slow, dashing any hopes of toppling race records. At this stage, it was looking like a race that would favour the small boats. First around the Fastnet Rock, the 130-foot Swiss trimaran Spindrift 2. And then the yachts in the chase for monohull line honours victory. Leading the charge, Jim Clark's 100-foot Comanche. She had overtaken fellow American yacht Rambler in the night to build a comfortable cushion, as George David's 88-foot yacht rounded the rock in ghostly slow motion. Followed shortly after by Leopard and the Maxi 72 Momo. Behind, the rest of the fleet were also struggling in the light breeze, and the race for the overall title was now swinging in favour of the big boats. At 11 o'clock on Tuesday night, Spindrift 2 crossed the finish line in Plymouth in a time of 2 days, 10 hours and 58 minutes to be the first boat home, with Comanche claiming monohull line honours 6 hours later in a nail-biting finish that saw the ever-catching Rambler almost steal victory on the line. Fourth monohull over the line was Momo, posting a great race time that sent her to the top of the overall leaderboard on IRC handicap. But her moment of glory was short-lived, as out at sea on day 4, the race was about to take a dramatic turn in favour of the smaller yachts still to finish. The wind finally freshened, propelling them ever faster towards the finish line and raising their chances of toppling Momo. One yacht took maximum advantage. Géry Trentesaux and his crew aboard the 35-foot Courrier du Léon sailed a fantastic homeward leg and crossed the line in a winning time to take overall race victory, much to the delight of the French crew and their skipper.
It's a mythic race, probably the most famous race in the world, so it's incredible. And for the crew, it's incredible also.
It was an admirable achievement by a small crew, admired for their Corinthian spirit. An achievement celebrated by the sailing fraternity at the prize-giving ceremony in Plymouth. A fitting end to the 90th anniversary edition of this enthralling Rolex Fastnet race.